Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Caspersight, mate. How the devil are you, mate? And happy Father's Day. Yes, today is Father's Day, so I'm going to be a little bit busy. Probably shouldn't be because it's Father's Day, but I am, okay? I wanted to share this video with you, mate, because it's absolutely incredible, all right? Somebody sent me a link the other day when I was streaming on Twitch, and oh my God, the amount of difference of opinion this brought up was incredible. Aliens, UFOs, are they on Earth? Is the government holding UFOs? Is the government holding aliens, mate? We're talking about aliens on planet Earth as if it's all like common knowledge now. Like, what the F is going on? So check out this video and listen to the discussion going on, and I would love to know what you think, because this is absolutely mind-blowing, okay? Have yourself a great day. I hope you enjoy the video, and please make sure you comment and like, subscribe, and do the thing, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Allegations of a secret government program that has hidden the truth, the technology, from the world.
There's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting the U.S. populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral, and it's totally frightening.
From Roswell to the present day.
We're going against the wind. The wind's 120 miles to the west.
There are non-prosaic cases, 100% unexplainable. I mean, this is like tangible technical craft they're seeing.
Is this decorated officer a liar?
Why should we believe you?
A fool?
See, again, it goes back to what I said about, like, you just don't know now. You don't know for sure anything that you see on television, on social media. This could be somebody hired by the G and gone, yeah, listen, mate, we need to get a little bit more people convinced. Get online, say some shit, all right? And then what we're going to do, maybe later on, if it goes to a bit funny, we'll bang you up for like 6 months or something, but you'll be fine. We'll sort you out.
Possible that you're deluding yourself?
Or a hero?
I'm a patriot, and I believe in truth to power in this.
We're talking about the biggest secret in human history.
Well, I suppose it is. That and then the moon landing.
We are not alone.
Don't get me started on the moon landing, okay? Because I'm back and forth about the moon landing.
Oh, the UFO whistleblower speaks. Good evening.
You don't believe this guy, Winnie?
Elizabeth Vargas, here to bring you a News Nation exclusive interview.
Did she say Nicholas Fartass? Oh no, Fargus. It's not Fartass. She's not got a farty ass.
With a man we're calling the UFO whistleblower. David Grush is a career intelligence official who this week is making...
But why would he do this? Why would he... Let's be honest. If he knows what he knows, and he knows what he knows, like, this is a very dangerous thing to be doing, right?
Some bombshell claims of a U.S. government cover-up going back nearly a century. Shedding light, he says, on that existential question. Are we alone? News Nation has confirmed David Grush's credentials and resume. We have not seen or verified the alleged proof he says he's provided to investigators. But we want you to hear his story so you can decide for yourself. Mr. Grush sat down with investigative journalist Ross Coulthart, who is reporting for
He's got a fucking cold heart, he has. Little bastard, hasn't he?
News Nation. Mr. Coulthart is an award-winning journalist and author who has reported for the Australian version of 60 Minutes.
Dude got bored on a Sunday.
as well as other news programs in his home country. What you're about to see is part of their conversation, touching on Mr. Grush's work with the UAP task force, his background and his service to this country, and the alleged secret military program about which he says the world needs to know.
For decades,
Thank you so much.
UFO question has been consigned to the realm of speculation, but in recent years, serious people have started taking the subject seriously.
You'll see it come through the top of the screen. There it goes.
Prompted in part by the release of these videos.
Selena! If he's lying, my brother, but hang on. If he's lying, why bother? But if he's telling the truth, then he'll soon have tragic accident. Yeah.
Purporting to show encounters between American naval aviators and what the Pentagon has labelled unidentified aerial or anomalous phenomena. Congress has convened hearings to determine what...
Why on earth... I know they're quick. I know they're quick as F, okay? But why on earth have we still not got a HD 8K snapshot of one of these things? Why? Because they're not like a few and far between, aren't they, right?
These UAP are and what...
Same question about Bigfoot, yeah. Some people get really upset with me about Bigfoot. Like, legit upset with me. You know?
They might pose.
If UAP do indeed represent a potential threat to our security, then the capabilities, systems, processes, and sources we use to observe, record, study, or analyze these...
This is what I'm talking about! What happened? What happened? Okay? Why are we all of a sudden now talking about UAPs like they're a fucking threat? When only 6 months ago, people were like the government were like, nah, it don't fucking exist, mate. What fucking happened? What happened with the U-turn, mate? Maximum moolah. Hello, mate.
These phenomena need to be classified at appropriate levels.
The Department of Defense has established a special team, formerly known as the UAP Task Force, recently renamed the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARROW, to investigate and identify what are now...
Oh, because of the classified files that got released?
Hundreds of reported sightings. So far, they have not confirmed any of them to constitute proof of alien life. Officially, the government continues to state, we are indeed alone. But now, for the first time, a former member of that official investigative team is speaking out, telling a stunning story that impacts every person on this planet.
But also, why are they listening to him? If they wanted to keep it secret, they'd be like, just don't fucking give him airtime. Just don't give him airtime. Just like, you know? There's millions of people out there that think there's aliens and claim to have proof. Right now, West?
And now you're about to meet that man for the very first time in this exclusive television interview.
Comes out.
That's it.
So the fucking white foam starts coming out of his eyes and shit.
Maybe start off telling me your name and who you are.
My name is David Grush. You know, I came from a blue-collar family in Pittsburgh. I didn't have the money for college. Always admired people in uniform. And I've always wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself.
Sugar water.
18 years ago, you know, I got an Air Force scholarship for physics. I originally commissioned on active duty in the Air Force. Served 14 years in the Air Force.
I look at this photograph, Dave, and I see a very proud officer.
I was getting promoted to captain when I was deployed.
And you still love your country, don't you?
Absolutely.
A career intelligence officer, Grush spent time on the ground in Afghanistan and other places he can't mention before rotating back to Washington.
I was an intel officer for the U.S. for 14 years. My last position, which I left in April of 2023.
I look at this photograph and it's fake.
I co-led the UAP portfolio for the National Geospatial Intelligence Agency, and some of the highest officials within the Department of Defense and intelligence community used to call on me to advise them on some of the hardest target sets that the country had.
You are one of the most trusted former intelligence officials in the US defense and intelligence establishment.
Yes, I was.
You were trusted with the most intimate secrets.
Yes.
And he says
really, I mean, this is fucking crazy, man. Like, what's he going to benefit from this? The only reason why he must feel that if this is true, the only reason that he must feel like he needs to tell the world is either financial gain or because he feels like people need to know maybe for their safety or something, because he wouldn't just do it like, oh, people need to know. Like, but I know that like a lot of people don't do things for gain. I get that, but why would he potentially risk his own life just to let people know that, yeah, like, listen to my story, you know? Thank you so much, mate. Sophie, thank you so much. So it's either like financial gain or, look, guys, this is fucking serious and you need to be scared.
The earth-shattering of those secrets were revealed after 2019, when he was invited to join the UAP task force. You had the security classifications to go anywhere and ask anyone anything.
I had, based on...
What would I do if I knew that there was, well, I would, you know, at the end of the day, you're just a voice, aren't you? If I knew 100% and I saw the shit, I saw the UFOs, I saw the aliens and all that sort of stuff, and I had that information in my head, I know if I said something, half people ain't gonna believe me, and half and maybe half would. Like, so you'd think to yourself, is it worth telling people? You might tell your close personal friends and family, but
my formal security clearance and multiple
it'd be a fucking good bloody YouTube video. Probably go viral, so I might do it.
Polygraphs. I had the ability to be read into any program that I needed. At one point in time, I was extremely highly cleared.
What conclusion did you come to at the end of your time on the UAP task force?
The UAP task force was refused access to a broad crash retrieval program.
When you say crash retrieval, what do you mean?
Did you hear about that crash landing? There's footage of a white light falling to earth from a chest cam from a police officer in the States. United States of America, baby, come on! And then his mate radioed in. You saw that in Vegas, that's it, Winnie. And then his mate radioed in saying, hey, man, you need to get over to here and here and here because we got shit going on. And then they interviewed this family, and the family said, we just saw 2 9-foot people in our back garden, mate. In the bloody jacuzzi. They weren't in the jacuzzi, but that's what they saw.
Retrieving non-human origin technical vehicles, you know, call it spacecraft if you will, non-human exotic origin vehicles that have either landed or crashed.
We have spacecraft from another species.
We do, yeah.
How many?
Quite a number.
You're kidding.
No. I thought it was...
But the thing is, why... With the technology now that we've got in our hands... How on earth do the government manage to get to these crash landings or whatever before anybody can take a bloody picture, upload it to YouTube? Like, you know? How do they get there so bloody quick? Unless they see it crash landing and they just sit there fucking waiting and going, yeah, it's going to be... Like, that's what I can't get into my head. Why isn't anybody gone... Holy fuck, man! I can't believe we're out here having a barbecue, and this fucking white light just came on, and boom! Right? So I got my own. I got a phone, so I get my son's phone, and I'm running out there. I said, "Son, grab your phone and make sure it's the good one." And we're going out there, and my God, I'm taking a phone, fucking guy, and I don't know how to put it up to YouTube. And I get my son Derek, and he puts it straight up to YouTube. And oh my God, we're fucking motherfucking famous, man! And then all of a sudden, these people came up in suits, and they were like, "Hey, man, you didn't see shit, right? If you say shit, I'm gonna fuck you up." I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, man. And then they took this fucking airplane, this big fucking saucer thing, and there was two fucking gray people with big fucking eyes, and they took them too on a stretcher, and they were like trying to resuscitate him, but it wasn't on the chest, it was on his kneecap, because that's where the heart is, on the kneecap. It's fucking crazy, man.
Totally nuts, and I thought at first I was being deceived. It was a ruse. People started confiding in me. They approached me. I have plenty of current and former senior intelligence officers that came to me, many of which I knew almost my whole career, that confided in me. They were a part of a program. They named the program. I've never heard of it. And they told me, based on their oral testimony, And they provided me documents and other proof that there was, in fact, a program that the UAP task force was not read into.
You are alleging that the US government has been concealing the existence on this planet of alien life.
Dizzy Bex, muchas gracias for the 10 months, mate.
I would couch it as non-human intelligence, NHI, like we like to say in our language.
Why do you say that? Why do you say NHI?
I don't want to necessarily denote origin. I don't think we have all the data to say, oh, they're coming from a certain location, and I couch it as somebody who studied physics, where maybe they're coming from a different physical dimension, as described in quantum mechanics. We know there's extra dimensions,
like a time warp. Like a black hole, they're just like, and they're straight in, like just ripped a hole through space, and they come in doing this shit, and then they could go, and they're somewhere else, mate.
Due to high energy
particle 4D?
collisions,
Oh,
etc.
shit.
And there's a theoretical framework to explain that. Yeah.
Just let me cut to the quick though. You're saying there is an intelligent species engaging with this planet?
Yes, that's potentially extraterrestrial. Yeah.
I speak for everybody sitting at home. That is a shock.
It was to me, and I had a lot of sleepless nights.
Grush.
What do they look like, mate? Tell us, draw a picture.
Says he's never personally seen non-human intelligence.
Jokester, fucking hell.
But he's spoken to enough people directly involved in what he calls the program.
That's a good question, that West.
That he's convinced it's real.
I started out as a non-believer. I came to the problem as a hardcore physics guy, intel officer, so I have a, excuse my language, high factor. I was very methodical, interviewing people who didn't know each other, making sure this wasn't some kind of cover-up of some other program.
He says he pressed to gain direct access to this program, and that's when his trouble started.
Ooh.
Grush claims his investigation was stymied, his requests for access rebuffed.
They shut the door in my face. They denied me access to these programs.
Soon after, he says he endured reprisals and retaliation from above. He then reported that information to the intelligence community.
But to be honest with you, I feel sorry for this guy, because if he is saying what he's saying is true, imagine like the poor guy, what he must be going through right now. He's literally potentially putting his life on the line to get information out there for all of us to know. Like, what stress must he be going through? It's not what?
Community Inspector General. That's why he's
Sophie.
filed this whistleblower complaint. He says that experience is why he decided to go public here, and in a recent article written by Leslie Kane in The Debrief. You're not being paid for this interview?
Well, here we go. This is going to answer the questions now.
No, I'm not.
Why are you doing this?
It's a sense of service, Call me a Boy Scout or whatever. It just when I saw the kind of wrongdoing I did, I don't want to be 60, 70 years old in the future and have that, coulda, shoulda, woulda kind of feeling where I could have made a difference. I do not want to live a life of regret.
Yeah, man, because he could potentially go down as a legend, absolute legend. He probably already is now to a lot of people. You reckon it's fake? Okay, spam the chat. Do you think this is fake or real? Real or fake? Let's go. I'm going to do a poll in a minute. In fact, fuck it. I'm going to do a poll right now. I knew you'd say fake, Tyrone. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to do a poll. Real or fake? Real. Fake. Here we go. 1 minute poll. Let's go. Oof. Oof.
Saying to the human race, for the first time, an official intelligence representative at a high level from the US government is saying publicly, we are not alone.
We're definitely not alone. Absolutely, the data points empirically that we're not alone, yeah.
You've said that the United States has spacecraft, intact craft.
We do.
Do we have bodies? Do we have species of
naturally, when you recover something that's either landed or crashed, sometimes you encounter dead pilots. And believe it or not, as fantastical as that sounds, it's true.
Have you seen spacecraft?
Oh, fake. Just, mate. Just. Okay, so 53% think it's fake. 47 think it's real. 36 versus 32. Oh, shit. Okay, now, this may explain... Right, this next question, because that's so close, that's almost 50-50. This next question should get the true result. In fact, would it? Because this next question. Let me try this next question. Forgetting about this, forgetting about what you've been seeing so far. If somebody asked you, now, I'm not saying here on this plane. I'm saying out there. Somewhere out there. Okay? Could be anywhere. Billions and billions of light years away. Right? Do aliens exist? Yes or no? Here's the poll. That's Winnie said no. What's that continuum? Bloody ban, mate! Get out! He's saying a lot of words, but, well, to be fair, the interviewer is saying a lot of words. An alien, another life form. It's clearly yes. Like 97% say yes. Okay.
Craft.
I've seen some interesting photos and I've read some very interesting reports.
But, he says, the specific documents and photos that would prove his claims are still classified, and he cannot disclose them here. Let's deal with the issue of your credibility.
Oh, really? You're doing all this? You're saying all that, and you...
Mm-hmm. Why should we believe you? You're just somebody coming out of nowhere, making claims that we really ultimately can't prove.
Yeah. Well, we provided the proof internally to the Inspector General and the Hill staff, and we went into all the details. I mean, I have the credentials. I was an intelligence officer on the UAP task force.
But I mean, he doesn't seem crazy, does he? He doesn't seem, like, fucked in the head.
Let's face it, allegations of aliens and their spacecraft are hard to accept, even coming from a respected insider. Even if you call them NHI and UAP, how could such NHI travel to Earth in the first place and go undetected by the general public?
That's like saying, how does the stealth bomber, how does a radar not see the stealth fighter? Like, because they've got the technology to stop it. You know? If you took somebody bloody 1,000 years ago and said, look at this Ferrari, they'd be like, oh my god, it's an alien like a craft of some sort. It's just what we don't know.
Says the craft may not be travelling through space as we understand it.
It is a well-established fact, at least mathematically and based on empirical observation and analysis, that there most likely are physical additional spatial dimensions. And you could imagine in 4 and 5D space where what we experience as linear time ends up being a physical dimension in higher dimensional space, where if you were living there, you could translate across what we perceive as a linear flow. So there is a possibility that, and this is a theory here, I'm not saying this is 100% the case, but it could be that this is not necessarily extraterrestrial, and it's actually coming from a higher dimensional physical space that might be co-located, you know, right here.
On this realm. Like, you know, that whole theory where... Yeah, I know, thanks. You know, where we can only see a very small percentage of the spectrum of color, or light, I should say, sorry. So if we were able to see all of it, we would be seeing so much more stuff going on. 4%, is it?
What can you tell me about these craft, these technologies? Why do you know it's exotic?
Based on the very specific properties that I was briefed on, you know, isotopic ratios that would have to be engineered for it to be at those levels, but also just extremely
Girl, thank you so much.
Strange, heavy atomic metal, you know, high up in the periodic table arrangements that we don't understand, you know, what the emergent properties are, but there's just a very strange mix of elements.
So you're absolutely sure that the materials that these craft are made of are clearly not of this earth?
Yeah, they're sophisticatedly engineered, certainly not by humans.
And while Grush says the US has gleaned some insight from these materials for military...
See, because there's a theory that, you know, the Roswell Incident, that the technology that they found in the Roswell crash landing is slowly being drip fed to us. Like they've had digital technology for, well, since then, but they've not given it to us until now, because obviously money, you know, just give it to us bit by bit. All right, there, Gladiator, how's it going, eh? See you, just watching some stuff about fucking aliens, eh, bro? Fucking aliens, eh? Gladiator, do you believe in aliens, eh? Little fucking green men.
Use, so much more could be done if academia and the private sector had access.
It's totally nuts that humanity as a whole, especially, you know, the U.S. citizenry as a whole, they're not even benefiting.
Why are you such a skeptic, Tyrone, eh? Why are you such a skeptic?
From broad research on this to solve, you know, propulsion, energy issues, novel material science that can improve people's quality of life. It's just totally nuts how it's been protected and inhibits progress.
If you're right, if you're telling us the truth, everyone, the entire American public, has been lied to for decades.
Yeah, there's a sophisticated disinformation campaign targeting
the
US.
why, Tyrone? Why is he full of shit? What's his purpose of doing that? Why would he risk his own life? Let's be honest, he is risking his own life, you know, saying this, okay? So why would he be doing that? I'm just trying to counter your argument. Well, you have no argument. You just said he's full of shit. That's not an argument. He would only be risking his own life if it was true. That's a good point. That's a very good point. If it was legit, do you think he'd be showing his face? Maybe it's fucking Rambo's life like me, mate.
As populace, which is extremely unethical and immoral.
Coming up, how long has this been going on?
Isn't that a song?
The things I was briefed on.
That's a song, isn't it? That's a song. How long has this been going on?
Very shocking.
Get the merch at Caspersight.com. Just Rambo it.